Okay, y'all. This person asks, did you get into fights over other stuff? Yeah. Yeah, I told y'all the old man tried to drag me. Well, he almost did, honey. Luckily, I knew how to stick and move. The old man almost dragged me about two oodle noodles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got into fights all over stuff. I told you I got into a fight with the people from Jacksonville. They tried to jump me because um I was singing Miss Trina, the baddest bee. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't like that. They felt like I was stepping on their toes. I guess I was on their toes too much in their door. I was too turned up. I got into a fight about the gunner situation. That was like a lot of reasons why I got into fights. I got into a fight because I never got into a fight like over the phone. I didn't use the blue phone until it was closer to me coming home. So I never got into a fight like that. Nobody never stole anything from me or anything like that. I never had to worry about that because like I ain't never had to worry about nobody stealing from me. What other reasons I have gotten into fights? I mean, I talk a lot of this man wanted to fight me one time, honey, because we didn't fight, but I called somebody and I was in the bathroom. I'm like, come to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we always fall out in the bathroom. So this man wanted to fight me because I was honey, me and these other girls and her boyfriend was like, this was her bunkie, and she slept on the top bunk, he slept on the bottom bunk, and we was by their bed one day, like late, and we was like twerking and listening to music and stuff. This was like right before I came home, and he was like, the next day we like ready to turn up again, pull it all night and hang out, and he was like, oh, y'all might well start that tonight. Y'all might as well not start that tonight. And I'm like, what is he talking about? So she had told me that he had kind of gave her a little shade earlier, was acting crazy with her. So I'm like, okay, what's tea? Do we have to, is this a situation we have to write about? And she was like, oh no, she had, kind of guaranteed me that the situation was handled or it was over with. So I had sat next to the bed as usual. She was like, she probably was like rolling up or something, whatever the case may be. And the lights went off in the dorm because, at a certain time they cut the lights out, but we could still be up. And he was like, oh, not tonight. Y'all ain't gonna do all that tonight. So I'm like, what? So I'm like, I live on the other side of the dorm. You live right here. This your house, basically. This what you got to sleep at. You handle him. Because if I handle him, you gonna have to move too. Both of y'all gonna be out of a house. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all sleep in the same apartment but two different. I'm gonna tear the whole building down. So just so my friend won't be homeless, I held my tongue. I put my headphones on, I'm listening to music. But I noticed that I don't hear her, but I can feel her and kind of read her movements. And it's kind of like a hostile. She's kind of hostile now with the person. So I take it off and he's like, I'm like, what happened? And he ain't saying nothing to me. He's saying it directly to her, which is correct. This y'all space. You don't owe me nothing. She has to control her company. Boom. So I said, hey, sir, let me holler at you. Let me talk to you because obviously, you felt some type of way about last night. He tell me, oh, I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about that. I said, all right, cool. I don't want to talk about that either. I put my headphones back on. Hanging out them. Now you want to. So now you want to talk because you see that I'm on the same type of time you on now. Oh, you don't want to talk? All right, cool. I ain't trying to. Because I was going to honestly apologize to him. Because this your house, you are correct. If we kept you up last night, whatever, that's on us. My bad for that. And I made sure tonight, because we still going to hang. We just probably ain't going to do it as loud. And then remember, I got a house over here too, honey. We can always go to my apartment and hang out. But she just, her boyfriend live right next door. And then the other girl live right next to her. So they live in the whole LGBT district over here, and I'm over here in the hood with the thugs, so it's more friendly over here. Over here, and my side's a little more ratchet. You know what I'm saying? You just ain't finna party on my side of the dorm. On her side of the dorm, you can vogue over there, honey. So I put the headphones back on, and he like, oh, I don't want to talk to her. I said, okay, cool, I want to talk either. I put the music back on. Now he want to talk. I said, oh, you want to talk to me? I don't got nothing to say. It is what it is. Be mad. Be up all night, cause I'm finna sing and dance. So I hear him saying, oh, mother effers don't know me. I do X, Y, Z. I flip out. Oh, you still a man to me. You still a man. I can't keep saying, you still a man. You still a man. I say, yeah, I'm still a man. I said, matter of fact, tighten up, slide. Now I'm loud. Slide, slide, slide. Yeah, I'm still a man. Slide. Meet me in the bathroom. I go put my shoes on. I go post up in the bathroom. I got my Reeboks on. Hey, bro, slide. I'm like, slide. Come on. Come back here. Come back here. I'm finna show you what it is. Now, the man probably would have drugged me. He probably, because he was way bigger than me. But it was the principle that you sizing me and you said last time about what you would do to me and, oh, you still a man and how you used to beat people. Okay, run it. Hey, I'm back here. So now I'm in the bathroom, y'all. Posted up. What's up? We both here. We in the dorm. You don't want to talk? Okay, I don't want to hear nothing else. Matter of fact, you get in your bed and you put your face in your pillow and you don't say nothing else for the rest of the night. We finna turn up. I'm finna tap dance on your bed. Because you don't want to come and catch this fade. But you was talking, but he thought because he was much bigger than me, he was like 6'2", 6'3". I was like 26. He probably like in his late 30s, early 40s. That's the only reason why I say he was a lot stronger than me. You know, I see him out there doing his little dips and pull-ups. He was a lot stronger than me and stuff. So he probably would have took advantage of me. But it's the principle of, what's up? You want to talk? You want to do all that? I'm ready. And plus, I'm rocking. We can do whatever, however you want to do it. We finna do it. But he never came back there. We never talked about it again or whatever. It was like squash because, like I said, she still had to live there. I didn't. I went back to my PJs. I was selling out. Then I started selling out everybody. But, yeah, that was like another one of the fights that I almost got into about basically being loud in the dorm.